Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes Rodriguez. I am the creator of the ERP technology and the business database technology that is used currently by worldwide by SAP and Oracle companies that install my technology and partners. A lot of small Indian origin companies in the United States. I mean, it's so crazy, okay? And most of the clients, they don't have the ERP correct, and they don't have the correct data and processes because they didn't follow industrial engineering methodologies and science and technology for processes. The Indians, they don't have any education in industrial engineering than we're supposed to use in the United States, because our technology involves the analysis of the processes to improve the productivity, efficiency, and effectiveness in all the cases. So something happened after 9/11. We're talking more than 20 years ago, when my technology started to be implemented in several companies, mainly to bankrupted, okay? Because of all this situation, all the presidents, including Obama, all the CEOs, right now are considered like psychopaths, satanics, criminals, and even homosexual, because of the use of these reptilian implants than are used in the NK Ultra and nanotechnology. So right now we have the case of Hillary Clinton totally under control of the MK Ultra, and that means that she's a puppet, that she's used by the elites. Today we're going to talk about the specific case of my situation with Hillary Clinton. I will try to talk about the servers situation. I was a Y2K auditor o assessor, so I was working for the biggest IT companies in hardware and software in the 2000. So if you know that, you might be considered that I am expertise in auditing systems. Okay. And so we're going to talk about the server. We're going to talk what's going on with these fiscal entities that she has, about all this managing of money coming even abroad or internally. My experience started turning the red alert of terrorism in the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. so basically, I was attacked by Infosys Technologies, the CIA, the PGR, the Secretaría de Gobernación, because they know that I create the technology. Okay, so basically, in most of the cases, they kill whatever person produces a technology that they are using, in order to keep that technology for themselves. In my cases, I think that they were a little bit confused, or they didn't care, but instead of that, they started doing this implanting of using these reptilian implants, maybe nanotechnology. I'm not so sure about the MK Ultra, but that's the situation. So with the Gortaris and these Monterrey elites, then as you know, they have a lot of, I mean, these Monterrey elites, they were selling the weapons in the Civil War. Okay, so there's a lot of relationship with the Bush, and they control the Texas. Nobody can move anything. It is not approved by the Bush in Texas, and it might be in other areas. I don't know. So I was followed. Even since then I don't use any mobile phone, intelligent mobile phone, not anymore. I used to have the most updated one, but right now no. So they were following me, and even they get into the U.S. territory that is the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. All the national security was turned on in Mexico and United States, and it might be in other countries. So all the agencies were there, Mexicans, Americans, and might be other ones. So FBI, the DEA, while the DEA they hide themselves, but the CIA and the DEA were there. Basically, they want to talk with me, and after I went to the International Red Cross, etc. But Hillary knows in that moment all my situation. I'm pretty sure that they continue the investigation, but they also investigate all the persons that they enter the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. So I went to Nashville, Tennessee, and after even there were a lot of agencies in the first mental hospital that I paid, and then it was it was a VIP mental hospital, okay, really expensive, and everything was fine, but they continue attacking me, even in the YMCA. Then I was in Nashville, Tennessee. They turned the one of the cameras, not looking where I was, most of the people were in the swimming pool. They turned it to the wall. So I noticed that part was so funny, because after two CIA agents, I think, or this kind of stalker, they told me, oh, don't do anything against us or whatever, okay? But they continue attacking me. Okay, has I been continue being attacked since I created the ERP technology and the business database technology. What I can tell you is that every movement I was making, they were following me, and even in the highways of San Antonio, Texas, I was followed by Chinese, by Indians. I mean, so I noticed that, and I start complaining, of course. And part of that was with Hillary Clinton, okay? Because she's responsible of the CPS, she's responsible of the CIA, okay? She's responsible of the Board of Accounting as well. So you know? Okay. And I think that the part of the mental hospital is different, but that's a federal, San Antonio State Hospital is a federal entity. So definitely Obama knows about that. He's making a lot of money with the with the cartel. We know that they have that the ex-presidents and presidents in Mexico, they're controlling this business for themselves, and it's not for government or the state. So there are a lot of people involved. Even they said the owner of Walmart, the Clintons, the Bush. So you can imagine that, okay? So all these guys, they feel maybe that I was threatening their business, because Infosys Technology was working for Bank of America, Amex, and other important banks. So you can imagine. So basically they were doing all this clearance and laundry for the Illuminati corporates to be sent to Scotland and other parts. Of course, with our Mexican and U.S. taxes. So I think that the entity, the fiscal entity of the Clintons in the state, basically was part of this circle to have the money that belongs to the Clintons, okay? So they have so in that way they can have this kind of control of the all this laundry, all this money of corporates that were managed in Monterrey. Okay, Monterrey is considered one of the cities with more laundry, I think, than in all the Americas. Okay, so this Indian company of Infosys has a relationship with the Monterrey elites, including the of course the Bulls and the Cortaris. Okay, they're making a lot of money also in this IT companies as part of the commission maybe of the laundry or whatever. But in the case of the server, it was not used only for. I mean, yeah, it is important the emails and the origin or whatever. But what I can tell you is that they didn't find my, for example, my emails. Okay, about the red alert of terrorism in the U.S. embassy in Mexico City. So you can imagine. Okay. If you are a U.S. military, you understand clearly what I'm telling you. So it should be a lot of investigations, okay, of all the agencies, the army, etc. So at the end of the day, this server was used to communicate with all the Illuminati entities worldwide, how they can help the Clintons to accomplish objectives of the corporate government. So right now they are making even a rollout. I mean, this corporate government is a reality, and the Clintons and the Bush are part of that. So they communicate with China, they communicate with India, with Russia, and other countries. Even those guys that were continue following me. I mean, I was so angry because I know that someone else was giving my information in the U.S. I see at that time I consider that as some kind of I mean has traitor. I mean to the United States because, as a matter of fact, I have the capacity to get into the Mexico and have all these guys. I mean, investigated because of the turning of the red alert of terrorism. So I was a little bit pissed off. So so basically, the server of Hillary was this kind of communication, even in real time. I was in the highway. They were attacking me with electromagnetic weapons. At that time, I didn't know. I just feel that I was bleeding in some areas. Okay, and I had to stop driving, of course, and just wait. And yeah, it seems like they stop as well because what they want me to do is to have an accident, car accident. Fortunately, I am a good driver and they know about that. Okay, they know perfectly. So, so I did what I had to do. I went to the hospital and basically I was fine. No? I mean, if you are in the same case, what you have to do is to go to the medical services. Try not to go alone, so someone can see you all the time. Because these guys, they have medicine, they have food that is created by these Illuminati corporates, prepares that are already prepared to in certain way to kill you without any evidence. Okay, or I think that it's difficult to find the evidence, but they preparing food like that. So you buy something like a product of Bimbo or with other kind of trademark, and you're going to find out that it smell like medicine, okay, or something else, or maybe the vaccines. So you have to check in detail whatever thing, okay. It is natural. It's better if you buy natural medicine or food, okay. and not to try to use this kind of products of the pharmaceutical companies. Anyway, but as I tell you before, Hillary Clinton's not solved these situations. I mean, I used to work for the DEA, and that's the same case. The Secretary of the Department of Justice was in direct contact with whatever operative you were doing. So that's the same case like Hillary. So she has her mobile phone, and basically she was tracking whatever operative that is really important. You can imagine to turn the red alert of terrorism at the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. I mean, you have to be there, okay? So you have your mobile phone, maybe your laptop, and you start giving orders and say what you are going to do. Okay, so it's not only the emails. So this U.S. Mexican media, I mean, they're telling us a lot of lies. So at the end of the day, this all this laundering and the payment to the Clinton was given. Okay, but there are huge amount of money in the clearest bank of the Rothschilds in Monterrey. That is connected with this guy that I told you before, the Han Gonzalez, and they live in Mexico City and in Tijuana. They have a U.S. banks in. They start in San Antonio with the family of the Iturbides. So you know that Iturbide was an emperor of Mexico. Okay, their children married one of the families of these 13 richest families in the world. Okay, so it seemed that I touched something really sensible with Infosys technology, and that's why they were attacking me more than in the common way than they used to do it. Besides, they know that I created technology and I was really identify everything. Okay, so they know about my skills and abilities already. Okay. Okay, I think that with these ideas you're going to understand better what is the situation of Hillary Clinton and try to know. If you know better the situation, you're going to take a decision about what to do in the next election. I hope that it helped you. Thank you very much for listening me.